What's this?
Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I take a look at the new UI and various random things that the beta branch of Battle Brothers has available right now. So you guys can see the future of what Battle Brothers will look like. We're going to actually just load one of our previous saved games here, I guess with episode 34 before everybody got murdered off there. And you will see some pretty cool stuff. The UI will look a little bit different. It looks a lot sharper and nicer. I like it a lot. The wooden background looks pretty solid. You'll notice here there's 9 out of 18. What? I know, there's up to 18 people. It's going to be amazing. Alright, you take a look. This looks a little bit different than it did before. I don't know if there's a way to minimize this anymore. Maybe? It's not really that important whether you can minimize it or not, but it's a thing. It's a thing you can do. Alright, so what are we going to do right now? Well, I'm going to head back to Newdorf. We already did whatever our quest, our objective, our mission was. And we're going to get paid, and then we're going to probably head down to some other place or up to some other place that's larger, that we can actually recruit larger quantities of battle Bohemians into. And then we're going to go into the battle and all sorts of stuff. This is going to be a full official episode, and the Salty Squires are alive again for right now, folks, so that's kind of cool. So as you can see, they have a new background. I like it a lot. They did a good job with this. It fits the game quite well. And they still have the guy with the weird hula dancer dress type. It's weird. It's weird. It's there. It's a thing. Alright, so crown's well deserved. I'm going to hop in. I don't know if the village really looks different. I feel like it does. But again, I could be going crazy. I think it's really just the outline edges look a little bit different. It looks sharper. I like it. So we can go down here. We can hire all these people. I'm just going to hire a whole bunch of folks because we have a lot of money and we can do that. Then we're going to leave. And before we officially leave, let's go into our roster menu here. You'll see down here that you actually will have 8 people. Is it 8? I think it's 8. 8 people that can actually be in reserve. Or is it 9? Well, you have, what, 12 people? And we can have up to 18. So, 6 people? I have no idea. My brain isn't working right now, guys and gals. You'll have to forgive me. It's fine. Math is not my friend. I'm not overly tired or anything today. I don't know. I'm fired up. It's been an odd series of days lately. I don't really know how to say anything but that. YouTube did a big purge, I think about 24 hours ago, something along those lines, and I lost about 4% of my subscribers. It was a little bit painful, but I mean, all of YouTube did it, and in reality, yeah, they're not people that are actually active or viewing anything, so, you know, I'm not getting ad revenue off of them watching my videos, but at the same time, at the current size of my channel, every subscriber does count, it does matter. If I had like over 100,000 subscribers, sure, it would still sting. You know, losing 5,000 or 4,000 subscribers at that point would still sting. It would hurt. It would be bad. But it wouldn't be as bad because I would already be a larger, more established channel at that point. And anything that I wanted would be within my reach. Now, I can't say that there's a lot of stuff that I am wanting, so I don't know. It just sucked. Let's just leave it at that. It wasn't a great situation. I did not enjoy it, and I don't think anyone did, but it happened to everybody, so it wasn't just like it was me. It happened to everyone on YouTube. They all had a giant dump of their stuff, because people either went inactive, or just dead stuff they never used, which I guess is the same thing as inactive. It was a thing. But either way, folks, I've been wanting to actually do this for a couple of days, and I just haven't found the time to do it. I've been getting some stuff in order for my vacation in a couple of weeks. I'll be disappearing for about 2 weeks, driving my poor little car all the way down to, ooh, this looks nice, I like this, all the way down to Florida to visit my family, and, well, we're leaving my car there and flying back. So, it's been a thing. Alright, you step out of your tent to survey the men. A great many of them are freshly hired grunts, nervously butting up with one another or trying their hand at some of the weapons. Petros Petsus Rockskin comes to your side. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking you just hired a bunch of meat for a thresher. How about I whip these boys into shape so they don't eat an orcish blade their first go in the field? Very well. See if you can teach them to fight man against man. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, well, man against man. Alright, okay, so there we go. Alright, tells the recruits to take up weapons. When every single one of them picks up a sword, the old guard yells at them, stating that not every foe hankering for you, being graveyard dead, is going to be wielding the exact same blade. A few nod before hurriedly exchanging their swords for axes and spears. With the crew equipped, the training begins. Mostly, Petros teaches basics like how a formation makes it easier to defend, not only one another, but also yourself. You need not watch corner to corner if you know your brother is by your side, but if you're separated, if you're all out by your lonesome, then you might be proper farked, lest you get a heretofore unknown way with a blade, which I'll go ahead and assume you don't. Okay, that. The training moves to offense, where Petros shows a few tricks with various weapons. With swords, you can slash, cut, stab, and riposte. Proper hard to miss with a sword, given every side of it is a killing side. If I see any of you trying to cut down an arrow with a sword like a fairy tale, told you I'ma beat you down myself. It ain't true, so stop fancying it. Spears are good to keep. Good for keeping distance. They won't do much for armor, but they'll keep you safe. Just point the sharp end away from you. If an armored brute gets past the pointy end, then you're probably going to be farked, so don't let that happen. Show me what you can do. Alright, Ingolf received an injury, but everybody else gained some melee skill, and this guy gained some melee defense as well. Training goes fairly well from there, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I like that. That's an awesome thing that they added. I don't know if that's new to this beta branch or what, but that was pretty sweet. Gotta say I'm a fan, and I know a lot of people are pretty happy to see the Salty Squires flying once more. We made it in time for dusk. We can hire the... Wow, it's a bunch of schlebs right now. I do not want to schleb it up. What do we have? Just the marketplace and a tavern, huh? Marketplace. We have food for days. I mean, we can get some more, I guess. What does this sell for? 260. And here's the obviously the buying and selling menu looks a little bit different. Everything looks sharper. The contrast is much nicer. I like this. I like this a lot. This is a really good change. They did well. They did very, very good, and it's definitely worth me taking the time to show you guys. So I have definitely no qualms about this. We'll sell off our furs that we have. And we're going to leave this place. We're going to head down to good old Knockenfesti, the castle-y citadel of citadel-y, castle-y-ness stuff. I don't know. The place that we're heading. That's where we're going. We hear weird yowling, howling wolves in the background there. It's fine, guys and gals. It's totally fine. We'll hop into one combat. I'm not even sure if I'll end up doing the entire thing, but after we go and we grab some more folks, we outfit them, and we see how the mechanic works, we'll probably go through one combat and see what the other side looks like. Alright, so the marketplace, we can hire more folks here. Edmund the Mad. His shadow cast over smaller men. They seem to only further shrink when he walks by. When he cleaved 5 men with one swing, 3 of which were on his side, the hedge knight was banned from service in every army in the land. Too terrifying to be employed for long, Edmund seeks the company of men who will not piss themselves when he grabs a weapon. Done. Welcome to the Salty Squires. Bam, we just broke ourselves, folks, but that's okay. Alright, so they just joined up on the squad. We have room for one more, I think. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Alright, so we have room for 12 there. You probably want to have some sort of equipment. We gotta get you hooked up with something good too, friend. How much strength do you have? You're rocking... Oh, everything's not color coordinated anymore. I'm not sure I like that as much. Once I get used to it, I'm sure I'll be fine. Fatigue, okay. We'll get you a shield. A proper shield right here. And... Yeah, that's okay. We'll get you a hat. It's a little bit better. You have the full murder death helmet. You got a great sword. We're gonna get rid of your hauberk because we're mean like that. We don't want you to have clothing. We'll put the scale armor on you. It's better. It's gonna drop your fatigue a little bit. Actually, not that much. 26 to 20. Oh wow. So the scale armor is flat better all around. Cool. And you have a mail shirt. We can give you something better than that for sure. Now you're super weighed down and probably can't do much of anything. You are looking a little bit light on, well, pretty much everything. Let's see. Oops, I didn't want to do that. 130, 110, 215 with the kettle hat. Let's give you that too. Really weigh you down. Oh, hold on. We also have this from our previous owner. Totally fine. And you have a pitchfork, which we're going to trade for... Let's see, what is your ranged attack is 34, 46, 61 though. Well, I think we're going to swap you back over with this because we can't use the items that we were using before. It just was not working to our advantage. So, that being said... Alright, what can we do with you? I guess keeping you on the back line is not the worst idea ever. We'll give you a bill hook as well. Alright, and then you boys actually can level up, which is pretty sweet. We're going to want to give you something where you chop people's heads off. Sounds good to me. Alright, we're going to give you that. Let's see... 20 additional damage. Effectiveness versus armor. Let's see, the Crusher. Full force in every blow. 50% when using split skill. And for AoE attacks, which we know we're going to be using because we're crazy like that. I am looking forward to it. Alright, what else? They both they're kind of worded very similar. Alright, so nothing more for you. Alright, let's see here. Well, I think we're going to give you some health, and we're going to give you maybe a little bit of initiative, and I will give you 2 points into your attack there. I'm going to give you some into that. Dear Lord, man. You are just the poop today, buddy. Alright, what else we got? Are you serious, man? Come on. That's it, huh? Okay. Well, kudos to you, I guess. And Knold. A little bit there. We could totally do that. Alright, we can give you some there and a little bit over here. And you are set. We're gonna give you a perk though. What kind of perk are we gonna give you? The chance to hit the head, because why not? Alright. Now we're gonna move over to Bjorn the Bjorning, back from the dead, ladies and gentlemen. He has risen from the depths of, I don't know, his stomach or something. I don't know. +3. We're gonna go with a +4, and I am gonna go with a +2. Because of reasons. What do we have for you, good sire? We have ourselves, I guess, bags and belts for now. Doesn't matter either way. Alright, +3, +4, and +2. And then over to the Vonte. Click here to level up. Ah, you have a crappy level up, sir. One I am not a fan of at all, but that's okay. And you can finally go into perfect focus. Alright, so there we go. We now have our entire squadron ready to go and do murder death killing. I know they're not really like fighter planes or anything like that, but that's okay. Alright, so where is the nearest place? The Sharp Blades Ambush. Let's head on over there and see what we can see. And hold shift and follow it. The supply... Everything looks sharper to me. I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy. But I feel like the supply caravans, my units, the cities... They all look much more sharp, much more jumping out at you. Gotta say, the game looks really solid, folks. I am a big fan of the new look. I love the new UI. It's a little bit harder to see some of the skills. I felt like the skills were... Oh, okay, now they seem really large to me. I don't know. I felt like they were easier to notice before, but no, they were fine there. Maybe it was just in the town menu or something. They seem pretty large there. Alright, let's get on up here and see what the Sharp Blades ambush is going to throw at us. But this is just going to be one of those one-off episodes I was kind of talking about, guys and gals. When something new comes up that needs to be mentioned, needs to be seen. Hey, the Goblin Overseer, cool. I will definitely come back and showcase it. At least a little bit of what I can. Oh, that crossbow that has eluded us this entire time. Will we have what it takes to gain that for ourselves? I have my doubts. Ouch. But we shall see. Oh! Also, apparently, something else I failed to do there. Hold on, guys. We're going to do something real quick. We're going to retreat here. I want to show you guys this. Again, this is all part of the whole experience here. We're going to load the campaign, and we're going to go to the autosave, which should have happened right before we attack this. And what we're going to do... Good. We can actually do our line the way we want our line to be shown. So this is pretty cool as well. So I will show you what I am talking about. Obviously we want our archers on the back line, and we want these guys on the back line as well. So that being said, we will want our front line to be here. Something along these lines here. And boom, and there we go. That is our squad. Like, we can move them into any of these spots, so we're now actually able to split our forces the way we wanted to all along, which is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually a fan of this. Additionally, here's another thing I'm a fan of, and normally this wouldn't work out, or I wouldn't try this, but since they do have that nasty guy on the enemy team, I sort of want to do this, and that is, I would like to move up our archers to the front and see if we can't take a shot at him. So you can change from battle to battle your starting positions, and that is really cool. I forgot about that. I had seen that, and that was one thing I kind of marked off in my mind that I wanted to showcase. But see, we're all in a specific line that we just now chose to use for this. Now, of course, we're going to get shot at a lot by the enemy here. It's going to be a bit unpleasant, but that's okay. I am potentially going to step forward a little bit with our guy here. I was hoping to see more than that. That makes me sad. Oh, and we got poisoned, so that didn't help at all either. Okay, there we go. Now we can see. And we can even fire. 6% chance to hit him, though. And we did it! We actually hit him. That is pretty funny. Alright, we're going to move forward with you. I kind of move forward with all of these guys since we've had to change our outlook on life a little bit here. But I think it's going to be okay. Well, here comes the test of... Ouch! Yeah, that. And he whips his guys into shape. That's awesome. Alright, so we're going to have a little bit of a rough time going here, but I think we'll be okay. I think it's going to be just fine. Alright, toward the front. Toward the front. They have a lot of the nets, which are going to really hinder our ability to do things. But, again, I think we're okay. They're going to try to hold the line and take us out with as many ranged attacks as they can. So, typical Goblin stuff. Basically, the Goblins are now mimicking my attack style. So, I kind of like that. Because if you guys remember, way back in Season 1, I was in love with this spear wall thing. It was the most amazing thing ever. It made me laugh hysterically. Alright, maybe not hysterically, but it made me laugh quite frequently when we would just, like, own fools left, right, and center with everything. Alright, I should have probably just hit F after doing all this, but I think I didn't, and I just hit the space bar. But I gotta say, I do like the look even in combat. This looks a little bit better down here. Actually, a lot of bit better down here. I gotta say, I like it a lot. And then we're gonna go take a look here in a second at this. This is really, really cool too. I like this a lot. Shows our fatigue gauge. I wish I could shoot that far. But unfortunately, I cannot. Well, we could try this. We missed. We landed it, and that's all we had, huh? Alright, I'm gonna back up, hopefully not dying here. Oh, he's too fatigued to even do that. That's funny. Alright, what horrible, horrible shot's gonna happen? You know something bad's about to happen. Here it comes. Oh, God! Oh, that wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but he was one of the more heavily armored individuals that we have, so... You know. Not the greatest thing ever. Alright, we're gonna scoot on over here. Gonna do the same thing here. Here comes another rain of bolas. Pew, 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 pew. Nope, nothing. Oh, there we go. Smack. Man, his armor's pretty weak. Alright, the good news is they seem to be out of nets except for this guy, so we're getting close to being okay. They're starting to back up. They're like, this doesn't seem like a great idea. How right you are. Oh, that totally didn't work. I thought for sure I'd be able to step there. Nope. They are pretty good with their spears. I'm going to give them credit. And then I was going to chop somebody's head off, but apparently I can't do that because that's a super amazing sword as opposed to the not so amazing sword. Break free. We have done it. Twice. Nice. Ha! Got you pinned in. I'm gonna try to avoid him. We all know that he's crazy and will chop people's heads off, so, you know, there's that. I'm gonna try it again. Nope, he can't get through either. Well, mildly impressive. Oh, that's very unfortunate. It's okay, though. Not sure. I guess he's just super happy that he was able to deflect us so many times that he's like, yeah, I'm invincible. Alright, now we're going to have some more arrows raining down upon our folks as we once again attempt to advance and do some murder. These are the reborn Salty Squires. I would suggest maybe... I don't think it would be outlandish or out of the question to maybe increase the size of this. This is a little bit too small, and it looks like the writing is a little bit too far left. Yeah, because it's actually over the line there. So yeah, I would suggest increasing the size of this, maybe even moving it out a little bit over here, and maybe increasing the up-down part of it a little bit, and increasing the font just slightly. Like, it's readable. I can read it. It's fine. And it's okay the way it is, but like I said, the left-hand side here, it's actually over the bar there a little. So they need to at least tighten that up. But, again, it's all in the beta branch, and I'm sure all these things will be fixed once they actually release this into the main branch. But these are just my thoughts. These are the things I like. The buttons here, I like it a lot. I like it. They did a really, 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 really good job with this. And they should be commended. I missed... Oh, I nailed it. Ooh, and I hurt him pretty badly there, too. I'm a fan of hurting people pretty badly when it's not myself. And our new guy, Gottfried, got missed. Or misread, or I don't know. Alright, we're going super crazy style here. Yes! Cool. What do we got now? He's angry. He's going to shoot somebody. Oh, he backed up. He's just going to go to whip him, huh? Okay. Now they're like, he's like, protect me! Don't let them through! Huh, that could have gone better had I been in a better position. But unfortunately, I was not. The stab is real. Oh, we're coming for you. Oh, yes. There will be blood. Oh, sweet. You just... That was a bad move. Oh, God. What horrible thing am I going to do to these guys? Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. I was all Kool-Aid guy ready and everything. That was super weak. Alright, buddy. You're going down like a sweet muffin. Eventually. Not yet, though. Ha! Dang. Ha! Dang. Ha! Dang. Alright, so our hot dangs are not working out to our advantage. However, we are still alive for now. Sure. And let's hope that everything goes well. Alright, another arrow to fly. And yet another arrow to fly. And a third arrow to fly. And that's it. Those are all the flying arrows. And you're gonna get not wrecked. You're gonna get not wrecked. Oh, we hit our own guy. Awesome. Exactly how I planned it. Oh, God. Ha! Run, goblins. Oh, that's not cool. Okay, good. Die in a fire. Alright, he didn't die at all. In a fire or otherwise. That was not cool, man. Cut him down. Yeah. Your shield will do nothing for you. Also, you don't have a shield, so probably also not helping you in any way. Oh, I thought that was an undo move. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Ugh, come on, man. You had that. You had that on lockdown, buddy. Really? Man, our guys are terrible at combat all of a sudden. Seriously, what is their deal? Stop missing every single person ever. Well, I'm pretty sure that he's not going to live for very long. Maybe, but doubtful. You guys continue to back up and fire arrows into our group, or loose arrows if you prefer it that way, or fling, or whatever. Shoot. I guess technically you could shoot arrows. Good. And we killed our own guy. Well done. Well played. That Fangshire helmet is not helping you at all. Petrus, you disappoint. You disappoint. Alright. Your head is no longer attached to your body. That's not disappointing. Ha! Okay. Ha! Again. Yeah. I don't know. Come over here, I guess. Step up. Could you actually hit somebody too? Yeah, look at you, did something. Good job, buddy. Good job. Who did we murder over here? Who's a dead guy? Oh, it's Kronar the Lazy. Well, good for him, I suppose. And you're chasing down this guy over here, huh? That's your play? Alright. It's all very, very interesting. Not really. It's not that interesting. Alright, well, we did what we did, and we're in a position that we're in. Could be good, could be bad, I don't know. I imagine you're gonna flee like a scared little, goblin princess. Are there such things? I don't know. If there are, I don't want to know about it. Don't tell me, guys. I imagine they would not be the most attractive of princesses. Not that that's a massive concern of mine, mind you. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, we'll come over here. Scoot forward once again. Still not able to fire upon any enemies. Alright, let's just F-spam the rest of this. Except for our two-handed axeman. He gets to move over here. Bjorn the Bjorning gets to come around to the other side. He's already seen the other side. This whole series is a lie. No, it's not, guys and gals. No, it's not. Alright, so I'm glad that we do have a few people who are wounded and somebody who did die. I'm not super thrilled that they died, mind you, but, you know, it's okay. Alright, so the looting interface, everything looks so much nicer, so much sharper. I like it a lot. Much more noticeable here. It shows you your inventory space here as well, which is cool. I'm going to try leaving and see if the auto loot still works. It should have. And it did. See, look at that. We got the Spiked Impaler, the most amazing weapon in the entire game. That's not true, but it is a really good weapon. And as you see here, our squad is looking a little bit worse for the wear. We have a few people that are wounded or injured. And a few people who are now missing as well. Well, one person who is missing. So, at this point, we could say, we're like, oh, you know what, Bjorn the Bjorning's a little bit banged up right now. You see down here, he's at half health. We don't want to put him in there. We could then go and put this guy up here. We could even strip him if we wanted to. Like, take all of his equipment, put it off down here. And then be like, guess what, you're the new Bjorn until Bjorn's back up and running. And bam, there we go. We now have a guy there. He's resting up, and he will not be in combat. So that is awesome. And we could also go, alright, well, we got these new people. They're going to be better overall, but they're pretty weak. We have a really tough fight ahead of us. We don't want to do this fight with our less strong people. So while, say, this guy was stronger than this guy, or we'll say Bjorn, say this guy was actually better than Bjorn. Or potentially he was going to be better. So he started with better stats and everything else, but say he's level 3, Bjorn's level 9 or 8. You would want to use Bjorn for the harder mission, but then we go and we fight some regular bandits or some just weak, pathetic loser guys that we're going to just crush. Then we would swap in other people to help them level up, and then eventually when the power shifts from Bjorn to the other guy, then you would use the other guy, and then you can either fire Bjorn or keep him in reserve until you get somebody else to replace him. So there's a lot of little things you can do with the new and upgraded thing. I love the fact that you can position your troops in whatever front line, back line situation you want. That is really cool. You can have your people wherever you want them. It won't change the order that they take their turns, but at least you can choose where you will have the people at. That being said, I think that is going to do it for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I am looking forward to this releasing fully. Like I said, the only thing I really noticed was that top left, the combat log, a little bit small on the writing. It could be extended without really affecting anything, because if you don't have it expanded, it's not really going to, take up most of your screen anyway. They could increase the font size just a little bit and clean it up so it's not hanging off on the left. That's really the only thing that I would say I have issue with, but even that's not really issue. It's just own personal preference. Looking here, we don't have a whole lot of food. We have some, but not a tremendous amount. Alright folks, that's going to do it for this episode of this video, and I guess I'll see you guys either in another update video or in Season 7. So, stick around the channel, look for that, and I will see you guys next time with more Battle Brothers coverage. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.